Today I fucked up by buying my man an Xbox. He's been playing Fallout 4 all night for nearly a week. My partner is a hard-working, wonderful family man. He came from the Philippines and has grinded to make a home for him, his son, and me. He never spends money on himself, so I decided to take the plunge and buy him an Xbox. He had bought his son PlayStations before, and apparently he had played them, but finding time was difficult for him, and he's very respectful in not taking over his son's things. So, for as long as I've known him, he's only ever played pool on his phone for half an hour or so before bed to unwind. But I had an inkling that he might like a proper platform, and this Xbox was going for an amazing price. So we booked a week off for an early birthday break, and I gave him the Xbox. Needless to say, he's played non-stop for days, for entire nights even. He absolutely flipping loves it, but I'm kicking myself because he's addicted to Fallout 4. If I had been just a bit braver, I could have bought him a PC instead, and we could have played Fallout 76 together. If only I'd known he'd loved these kinds of games. But now, I've made him a console gamer. At the start of the post, I thought you might moan at him, but you just wanted to join the fun. You are a great partner. Today, I fucked up by assuming the CEO was pregnant. So, I run these workshops for pregnant women, all about tips, nutrition, the works. Today's workshop was going great, and towards the end, a CEO showed up. Naturally, I wanted to network and maybe get some future collabs going. We chatted for a bit, and I was super nervous. As we talked, I noticed her belly was a bit rounded, and I just assumed she was pregnant. So, trying to be all friendly and inclusive, I said, "We'd love to have you join our next workshops for your baby." She gave me this awkward smile and replied, "Thank you, but I'm not pregnant." Cue instant regret. There was this painfully awkward silence, and I tried to change the topic, but it was too late. I walked away feeling like I'd just blown a huge chance. Yeah, it is quite a fuck-up. The follow-up is always quite important on those cases. Some real, "I'm so sorry" go a long way. Hopefully, you will be able to interact with her later and restore. Today, I fucked up for slapping my wife's ass right in front of her parents. Context. My in-laws, who are quite conservative, are staying at our house for the weekend. Now, my wife is thick, and usually I slap my wife on the ass like 20 times a day. 20 might even be an underestimate. Me and my wife both love it, and my wife would probably think something was seriously wrong if I didn't do it. Anyways, so after we had lunch today, my wife was bending over while wearing yoga pants, so I excitedly went over to her and smacked her ass really hard. I started giggling until I realized that my in-laws were also in the dining room, and they saw the whole thing. Father-in-law wasn't too pissed and actually laughed about it, which surprised me. He muttered SMth like, "Boys will be boys." But mother-in-law was hella mad at me. My wife was also mad at me for embarrassing her in front of her parents. It's been a few hours since that happened, and mother-in-law and wife are still mad at me, especially mother-in-law. Mother-in-law hasn't even said a single word to me since then. This does not compare to the time I smacked my dad's ass thinking it was my wife. She had been standing right behind me, but had switched places with my dad unbeknownst to me. So I just reached back and gave her a quick smack. I immediately knew it wasn't right, because my wife has a great ass and my dad is an old man.